What's up, family? Peace and light and peace and love. Thank you for connecting with me. Hold up. Let me get this light on up in here so we can see what's going on. Need to illuminate that situation. But what's going on, y'all? Peace and light and love. Man, this Pisces full moon was so gangster. It was so transformative. I'm telling y'all. And I want to, number one, first and foremost, let me shout out the Soul family and those that came through on the Sirius cipher. So much love to Sister Doreen, Priestess Jasmine, Sheila, Brittany Vibes, Laura Lee, the other sister Brittany that's in the house that comes through. I'm off of my head and everything. I'm just, but if I ain't, Brother Dante always showing up, supporting. Peace to all of y'all family, for real, because that energy, that healing that I needed was there at that particular time. And ordinarily, I'm the type of individual that will isolate myself when I'm going through changes. But for whatever reason, I was led to do exactly the opposite of what I typically do, and found myself receiving some healing, which was really restorative for me so that I can be in a space of being able to open up and give back. It was, you know what I'm saying? It was gangster how that shit worked out. But anyway, yeah, shout out. So much love. If I forgot anybody's name in there, because I know there was a few more that came through. So much love I'm sending out to everybody, and everybody that is just like within the Soul family group. As that grows, as that gets bigger, and at this point now, the intention is to grow that so that we can really ascend together, and there were so many things, so many energetic moves that I was making during that particular time that has really assisted me in like propelling a little bit forward. I was working on some meditations that in the past have been helpful, but for whatever reason, I don't know if anybody's like me, right? I'm the type of individual that will go through a change and completely forget about all of the healing modalities, all of the tools, and I'll just like sit in that shit for a little bit. And then after I sit in it for a minute, then it'll be like, oh, you know what? You got this tool here, or as you're, cleaning up, going through shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And so with that, and talking to the Soul family, I was talking about this meditation where you can go back and really support and nurture that inner child within you. Before I went and returned home, wrapping up that Venus retrograde, I was definitely able to get some real healing from this particular meditation. And I'll be damned, I remember how to do it. And so when I did that, it was profound, y'all, profound. And so I'm definitely going to take that to the cipher and allow that to assist any of those other cats that may be in the street that need some of that healing as far as that inner child is concerned. Sometimes we get into these spaces where we think we got that shit all figured out and all healed and everything. But there's still beauty in just going back and just supporting the child within us, whether there's any drama, trauma, whatever the fuck attached to that, just supporting that child within us. It's some gangster ass shit. So, definitely shout out to that. We got a lot of damn retrogrades that's going on out here in these streets, don't we? But first and foremost, what I do is I look to the luminaries at this particular point, right? The luminaries is what give us the true guidance, that solid guidance that you can always rely on, because that the luminaries, they don't go retrograde. It never changes the hell up. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And so right now we in Virgo, that luminary of Virgo. And when that sun is in Virgo, the luminary, the sun, this gives us an opportunity to kind of review details and get that shit in order. Your routines, paying attention to our habits, our patterns. And typically Virgo rules over like the diet, your wellness and all of that. And making sure that we have things within our daily routine that will support that. This is a time to get that shit completely straightened out because this is energy that will support that. And now we got today, this moon in Gemini. And this Gemini just really gives us an opportunity to look at those things that need to change, right? We got to make sure that we step outside of our comfort zone. Don't spend all this time worrying about what in the hell somebody else is thinking, right? But staying in this balanced space so that we can do things that's going to work out and be most beneficial for ourselves. So that Gemini energy is definitely supporting us in doing that. And then we got all these retrogrades going the hell down, man. It is going down. So we already know about this Mercury retrograde. Luckily, today, right now, we got energy that will definitely support us because both of those planets are being held in luminary spaces that are over our communication, our technology, how we linking up and whatnot, right? So that's Gemini and Virgo, both of them ruled by Mercury, which is in retrograde. We got them luminaries sitting there. So this, for me, is an energy that has been very supportive in navigating these retrogrades, right? Making sure that I got the details all the way lined up, the facts is straight, and making sure that it's coming from an authentic place that's not being disrespectful out here in these streets, but just still being real enough, you know what I'm saying, to make sure that everybody's on the same page so that you can be respected for where your position is, but not necessarily resented at the end of the day. You heard? So this is, a perfect day to really start laying down some plans, some ideas, and some things that we like to see happen moving forward. Yeah. So what a powerful time indeed this is, right? So let's talk about all of these damn ass retrogrades and shit that's going down. I'm like, what? So we already reviewed this Venus in Leo energy, right? And Venus in Leo is healing for the way that we connect, the way that we interact in this world. Healing for our wellness is so imperative. In our relationships, they play an intricate role. Now, I don't know about anybody else, but this Venus retrograde, and we still in the shadow of it. I know we closed that out, but there's still some residuals. And that residual energy for me gives me time for reflection over the lessons that may have been taught. I've been, just really like reviewing how I've been navigating relationships in those times where I tend to overgive. Those times where I tend to sleep on who I am, not really accounting for my worth. Those times where I tend to compromise on some levels. Those inauthentic connections, when you like people, but you realize they ain't really feeling you like that, and you want to win them over. You want to show them that, hey, at the end of the day, I'm a good person. You don't have to be this way. And sometimes they may even be pretending like it's all good, but you can just feel that there's something that's just not quite connecting. And what makes us do those things, or at least what makes me do shit like that really want to give and hold space for people that's really not available for you. During that Venus retrograde, I was hearing words like duplicity. And that duplicitous energy does not necessarily mean that it's a bad thing. It's about respecting the duality in individuals and how they are, right? It's about truly respecting the way that people get down, respecting the get down in folks, right? We spend a lot of time focusing on why people ain't the way that we would desire for them to be. But at the very end of the day, loves, for real, people are going to be who they are. And we got to move into this space of acceptance and love, because this is what's going to help us in raising our frequency. We get up under this bullshitting ass mentality that our love, our acceptance means that we have to have agreement. And it is total bullshit. And it's the trickery of that trickster energy we got running around out here in these streets that tells us you got to be 100% on board with the foolishness and the fuckery that's going on. I got people that I'm connected to. See, this is another Venus retrograde lesson. Because I got people that I'm connected to and they involved in all of their fuckery, all of their foolishness and everything. And that shit, it works for them. That's how I see it. I get to see it that way. But at the end of the day, those individuals, they doing this shit eyes wide open. They live their life on how they want to do it. So if you want to roll the way you roll on whatever level, you get to do that. I love you. And there ain't nothing you can do to stop that from happening, my loves. And so if you out here and you doing some shit that I'm not in agreement with, that's not going to diminish the love that I have for you. And I accept it. But do not be frustrated with me because I ain't accepting that shit for me. It's not my truth. It is yours. And I accept that. And I love you nonetheless. Unless somebody fuck with you about your truth. I'm coming to see him. So we got these folks, you know what I'm saying? They got their own thing. They got their vices. They got their things that's going on in their lives. And we're not in agreement with them. And they don't serve best for all of us. But if we can move into the space of loving the person, accepting where they're at, but that doesn't mean that you're on board with the behavior. We will grow at an exponential rate. We got this bullshitting ass cancel culture that's out here in these streets that tell people that you got to be 100% in agreement. I'm here to free y'all and break this fucking spell and tell you you absolutely, positively does not. It does not diminish your light to be in a space of disagreement. What diminishes the light is failing to love, failing to have that acceptance for those individuals. So I'm going to get up off of that horse because that was a Venus retrograde, revolutionary. What is that? A revolutionary revelation. That's what it was. Yeah, I likes that. So anyway, love and acceptance does not mean agreement, period, point blank. Catch that. And this healing, I need people to realize, because I keep trying to talk about all of the time how imperative it is for us to heal. These retrogrades that we got in place, they are all here for our highest and greatest good. It's situated in such a way, divine is so damn gangster, so that we can catch these lessons that life is really presenting to us so that we can move forward and heal. You've heard. See, we got the Pluto. And Pluto, hold up, let me move this shit back because I got some notes right here. They're just sitting up here freestyling this madness and I lost my mind. Then I'll lose track and start talking in circles, whatever. But anyway, we got that Pluto that's in retrograde. The Pluto is giving us an opportunity. What's under review? It's in Pisces. So Pluto is all about the places where we feel most powerless and everything, the place where we can take our fucking power back. We got that situated in Capricorn. And Capricorn is about our structure, discipline, limitations, and hard work. So this is a time for you to really pull yourself up, what they call by them bootstraps, right? And recalibrate yourself to be more disciplined, to be more focused in the direction that you're going. setting enough boundaries so that you ain't putting yourself in places that you don't want to be at, recognizing the limitations and really reviewing those limitations, because are they really? And then just to really make sure we got that shit crystal clear, we got Neptune there in Pisces as well. Pisces is dealing with the things that's in our mind, our imagination, and all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? The ideals on how we going about things. Neptune in retrograde in Pisces, along with Saturn, which is that same energy, almost identical to the Capricorn, because Capricorn and Saturn, you know, they linked up, you heard? See, and this is bringing the ideas, the programs. That's why I keep telling people we get to release these dumbass programs. They might have worked in the old cycle, but this particular cycle right here, we got to be a little bit more expansive and vibrate higher. Come up out of tribe thinking that keeps us locked in a box when we so much more than that. Expansive energy in these streets out here. We got that shit in Pisces. We got Saturn and Neptune. So you can get that shit straight. Saturn come bring that shit down to earth. Recognizing, checking and balance limitation. We got Pluto there too in Capricorn, checking in on that shit. Then we got Saturn on the job in Pisces, making sure that all of that imaginative shit you got that's going on, are you bringing that down? How is that going to happen? All these ideas that's floating in the cosmos, let's bring them the fuck down. It's in review. All of the ideas about Venus being in retrograde, we still feeling that shadow, your relationships, what's your role in it, all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the ideal, Neptune. You get to review that. You got an extra dose of review in that when that Venus was in retrograde so that you can deal, because it was there in Leo, dealing with that heart. All about what the heart wants. We get an opportunity to check in, to make sure you still there. Because we do get to evolve. We do get to grow, you know. So now we checking in on that bullshit. Neptune, Saturn, both in Pisces. That is a gangster-ass combination for us to get shit straight in our head. Stop playing these dumbass games. Stop living up under somebody else's rules and their system and shit. And really, really rethink what's right in your heart. Huh? Opportunity to grow. We got Uranus coming through in Taurus, checking in on our values, getting us to review it. Boom, you get to rebel up out of that old bullshit. This is the energy that's going to support you in doing so. It's under review. Where you stand in that. And then hold up. Where my little calendar at? Go to astrology.com. Get you one of these calendars so you'll know where these astrological events is going down at, so that you can be in the loop. And then when you study these energies of these planets, you'll see how profound this wisdom is. The divine is on the throne, family. No doubt about this. You know, now you say what you want. You get to believe how you want to. I ain't mad at you. I love and accept you. But that does not mean that I'm in agreement with you. You heard? Come on down there to the cipher. We can talk about that shit. I promise you, you ain't getting no fight, no argument out of me. You get to have your say and feel how you feel. But so do I. Let's be clear. All right, let's move it. So now we talking this Jupiter energy, this Uranus energy that's under review. So we talking about the places where we got these desires for freedom, Uranus, our hidden truths and our life philosophy, our ability for growth and expansion, which is Jupiter. We got that all positioned in Taurus, where our values, our luxuries, our comfort zone is at. We get an opportunity to check in, to see if all systems are still a go. Yeah, These retrogrades is mad gangster. Mad gangster. Hold up. Am I leaving out some shit? Am I leaving out some shit? But if you ain't really noticed, even if I did, I get back to it because I'm sitting up here looking at my little checklist that is probably, a little helpful at best, just to make sure that I ain't forgetting shit. However, we getting this opportunity to check in. Because I don't know if you all recognize it. See, you hear a lot of the folks that's out here in these spiritual streets, the cats is showing up all on social media saying, you got to raise your vibration. You ain't going to be able to stay on this plane. The timelines is shifting. The planet is moving into the fifth dimension. What the fuck is that talking about? We are in this age. I don't know if it's because I'm getting older, the information that I have acquired within my time. But for me, it does seem like the time is speeding up. There's a lot of individuals, a lot of cats out here in this street that will be in agreement with that time speeding up thing. It feels that way. But the vibration on this planet is starting to raise its frequency to a place such where lower vibrational frequencies will not be able to sustain itself on this planet anymore. So what does that mean? What I'm talking about is our healing for wellness. It's imperative because manifestation, time, karma is speeding up. So we got to raise our frequency and how we moving out here in these streets. And this is not just about you being a bitch, because that's energetic. There ain't no gender on that. That's energetic. It's about what's making you be a bitch. Healing that shit so that it ain't taking a root and truly lowering your vibration. Because this shit is speeding up. It's manifesting. See, you can't hide. And this is why I keep telling y'all that all of this shit, because I'm sitting up there, I scan the energy. There's so many people that's bullshitting. I need you to know that. These retrogrades is checking in to a point to where we get to learn a lot about who we are. We get to learn a lot about ourselves, and we can take this as a golden opportunity to really grow, to really ascend. So healing that shit that's deep within us, we want to make sure that that shit's not taking root. Because if manifestation, time, and karma is speeding up, the effect of that bullshitting ass behavior, the root of that shit, the resentments, the grief, the hatred, the fears, the anger, that shit all resides. They hold space in different organs, the lungs, the hearts, the kidneys, the livers. So we raise the potential for shit like that to manifest. See, we got people, they just leaving the planet left and right. You think you the exception to this rule out here in these streets? Now, many of these cats, they choosing to go. It is what it is. But for those of us that's making an unconscious choice, I just want you to be sure with these retrograde energies, checking in, making sure that this is the direction you really trying to go in. We really go play this game now, huh? We stuck to the program, the egoic program that says what it looks like is better than what it is. So let's just pretend this is where we at. This is what we doing. I'm just saying. So this is why we got to get this shit together. It's allowing us to really, really move forward. And we got to be in this space where we're open to healing. It is essential. It is essential because this shit's speeding up. I started noticing that I like to drink and shit, and it started messing with me. Time speeding up. A lot of shit that I used to like, it ain't working for me no more. Because the effects, the charge on the energy, it manifests itself a lot more rapidly at this particular point. So now that I'm in understanding of what's happening, I can go through, look at all of the details and make the adjustment. Thank you, Virgo, for being in the sun. So we get an opportunity to really shift, to really move, to really make shit happen. And one of the things, I'm going to tell you something that has been really, really working for me is just like these just little adjustments that I've been making. One, I've been keeping a Labordorite on my person. Got me a raw one, right here. It's been hitting different. Now, I got a lot of them laying around this piece because this is one of my go-to stones. So if I was just happy when it called me, it's like it's almost as if you really work with a Labradorite, you will notice that it sparkles, it sings, it dances, it just does its thing. Whatever that is. Right now, it's hitting different. It's here to support you in this retrograde energy, because this is a stone of transformation and change. What I like to do is incorporate those shits in my wardrobe. Now, I've been hearing all of this shit about these capsule wardrobes where, you working with like neutral colors, dealing with the basics and everything. And then, you got so many outfits, you can mix and match them and all of that shit. And it take a lot of the complication out of your life. Now, when I first heard that, I was very resistant to that idea. Very resistant to that idea because I like a lot of shit. However, hold up, I see my bra strap showing. That's no good. Stop that. Okay. However, what I've noticed is that maybe there's some true wisdom in this, right? Because I like my accessories. I like my shit. I like my bling blings and shit like that. So I got to incorporate all of that into my thing without pulling the Miss Gloria energy out all the time. You know what I'm saying? I get it. I bring her out and pop. You heard? But the Miss Gloria energy is the overdoing animal print, loud, sparkly type of energetic dress. You know what I'm saying? That just always, it looks nice, but it's just overdone. This is when people tend to do too much, adding too many accessories to bright ass colored clothes, or, you know what I'm saying? Using animal prints and then putting more loud accessories and layering it up with louder shit. You know what I'm saying? That's the Miss Gloria vibration. I talked about it last year, right? Right. Check that out. Or maybe earlier, whenever the fuck I talked about that. But this is really what's helping for me, right? And so this capsule wardrobe, now I'm reevaluating that. And I started noticing I'm gravitating more towards more neutral colors and everything because I'm, pulling those out. Now, see, this Labradorite, why I'm going back there, right? Because, see, this is one of those things where I'm working with that Labradorite energy. Now, I place them on my ears, you know what I'm saying? Helping me to be in tune with that inner voice that's going to help to lead and guide me in that direction so I can hear and be more sensitive to spirit. Labradorite earrings, I like working with them. For me to be able to gain that assistance in speaking in higher vibrations, because I'm a truth to power type of chick. And I do it, and I do it. Using that Labradorite in a jewelry piece that sits right in between that heart and throat chakra energy can really assist in you being a lot more transformative in your words, in your speaking, empowering, right? Where you can begin evoking energies that will support you and help you connect to the most gangster part of who you are. The Labradorite does that shit. Hold up, let me see. Let me find my little thing. I want to talk about, because I was going to tell y'all about this one, but I need y'all to be hip to this. Hold up. What is, let me see. Hold up. See if I can find it. Here it go, right here. Get you a Labradorite ring. See, because the ring fingers, they all hold different specific energies, right? So you get yourself a ring of Labradorite if you ain't got none in no other ways. And this is how this goes. See, the middle finger is the finger that symbolizes individuality. It's a sign of personal identity, self-worth, self-analysis, beauty, responsibility, and life purpose. Placing that Labradorite ring, if you can get a hold of one or connect it on some, whatever, we clever, we figure shit out, can help you in accessing that particular energy. Putting it on the ring finger, now one, I got it on lock, but that ring finger, I brings it, on the right hand, you know what I'm saying? Bringing that more projective energy. This represents love, beauty, romantic relationships, commitment, faithfulness, creativity, and adventure. Do you want to see some transformation in that particular area? Do you want to access the most gangster in that particular area? I think you better rock with you a Labradorite on that particular finger. Now on the ring finger, we talking about relationship transformation, right? Potential with that shit happening. Placing that shit on your right hand allows you to bring that transformative energy. And then on the left hand, of course, those of us that's married, we got to work that particular shit out, but it also allows us to receive. Now, the little finger, what's this? The pinky, that's what we call. This is our communication and intelligence. You ever notice how the mob bosses carry that shit on their pinky and everything? They usually got something like a diamond or something like that, and they talking, yeah, we need this to happen, calling shots, this and that and the other. Yeah, because it's about your intelligence, your communication, your intuition, right? It helps you to get in alignment with that shit within yourself. This Labrador, right, can do that. Now, you do that with stone, but I'm talking Labradorite in these streets, huh? The thumb is one of those fingers. It symbolizes your strength, your character, your willpower, your freedom of thought. This is definitely going to assist you. See, now I'm telling y'all these shits because we got all these planets that's in retrograde. I'm going to go back and check in. All right. So the energy that symbolizes your strength of character, your willpower, your freedom, your thought, connected to Saturn. That thumb. This is all about that shit. A Labradorite can help you in connecting to transformative energies that will propel you there. Now I'm go tell y'all, let's get parallel with these stones, right? Because see, you think about your favorite stone and how it can assist you in connecting to this energy on a whole nother other, huh? The index finger is a symbol. The pointing finger, right? See, and you know what, too? What I'm noticing is that a lot of oracles, they get this finger activated. It's like a magic fucking wand. This is a symbol of ambition, leadership, and authority, and many people wear a ring on this finger to help in boosting their leadership skills, their self-esteem, and their confidence. This is a ring finger. Now, see, I like putting my serpentine. Where the hell I got that at? I put that to the side. I got a serpentine ring that I got out here in these streets. Well, what is out the flea market, someplace like that? Because we got a lot of folks that deals with these crystals. They come down there, couple locations that I know about. We have very few in the Black community. I think we should change that. Yeah, that's something to think about. But I don't know. Only a handful. Black folks are scared. We scared of the devil. So. whatever, and we think he go show up in everything that ain't ordained by, a whole lot of people. We need at least 30 people to vouch that this ain't gonna take us there before we connect to it ourselves. We ain't doing it. But see, this Labordorite is gonna help you to be able to move past what in the hell somebody else told you, the program of what's right, what's wrong, what this is, what that is, how it's supposed to be, how you need to be received. So you can move past this energy and start really tapping in and tuning into what's right for you. The Labradorite will assist you in making that happen. And what these rings, if you get this and you place this on each of those fingers, it's going to assist you in accessing that energy. Oh, okay. Hold on. So Spirit just let me know I need to check in again and make sure that we understand how crystals work. See, these crystals right here, now we know about how they hold certain vibrations and everything. They hold the earth vibrations because we get them down in the earth and all of that other stuff. There's ancient technologies that's in there. These are energetic pods and all of that shit is absolutely true. But we got to recognize and respect the divinity of all things placed here on this particular planet for our highest and greatest good. There is a spirit in these angels, in these, I call them angels, my bad. A spirit in these crystals, I call them the crystal angels. You call them whatever in the hell it is you want to. But there is something about evoking this energy to connect with you on an energetic level. So when I talk about working with the various tools that I have, the facial crystals, when I talk about working with, where's my Labradorite wand? I got a Shiva Linga wand. I was looking for that. I was charging it and shit up under that Pisces moon. But this Labradorite wand that I got right here, you can use that and you can connect it with that crystal spirit that will allow you to access that energy at any point that you want to. You can hold this in your hand, meditate with it. You can feel the vibration on it. It's real. It's not a game. I ain't bullshitting. You look that shit up. Well, maybe not. I don't know. I didn't get that from the damn internet. So whatever, but check in. It's divine guidance. You need to know that. Spirit shows up on so many levels. It is so gangster. Stop waiting for somebody to fucking tell you it's cool and check in with yourself. What's his name? Yasura Emoto was pulling out glasses of water, charging them with positive energy and intention. Hold up. Where my word at? Right here. Yeah. And what he discovered was that water picks up vibrations of pictures, words, thoughts, and emotions that it comes into contact with. Water holds on to the impressions. And when you drink the imprinted water, your body absorbs the energy. Come on now, somebody. Come on now. See, when we get connected with these crystals, just as the water takes that in and absorbs it, so does the human body. Absolutely, it's made of water. We got a whole lot of other most gangster things that help us to connect, not just the water within us. Water is one of them shits. And when we start working with these crystals and we get to know these crystals, right? We studying them, we meditating on them. We ain't just taking what somebody typed in and made a website and told you what the fuck that shit mean. We working with these crystals and we feel the vibration in them and we experience the energy in them. And we show improve with that, right? That's what we do. Instead of waiting for somebody to tell us, oh, the way we need the word first before you can, we need that. I promise you, we at this time where it's okay to check in with yourself. Now, listen, there ain't no judgment. I got 12th house Sun and Mercury. So I thought all these times I'm making this shit up. Come find out, not at all. Not at the fuck all. So it's time, y'all. It's time. Go ahead, connect to that star player and be who you came here you need to be. And this is a time right now that's setting us up so that we can definitely step into our power and do what we got to do. And this right here, what I'm telling you here, is the pretty priestess version of how we can take that shit and connect to our star player and really elevate our expression out here in this particular realm that we call in the earth plane, right? The earth school, whatever the fuck y'all want to call that right there. Why not show up looking right and exact? Why not show up on point and take these instruments, these tools that the divine has given to us, allow them to assist us in our everyday life. Still work with that blue. That blue and the owl. The owl has been coming through in some powerful ways to remind us about that clarity in our thinking. Every time I see that owl, it reminds me that now is a time for your clear thinking. When I see that owl and it gives me that message of you seeing clearly now, this is all about us catching the lessons from the past, holding on to them, not leaving them where they were, holding on to them, not the trauma and the energy of that, but the lesson, carrying it with you. So that when you see the signs and symbols that spirit presents in front of you, you can pull that lesson, catch it, and begin recalibrating your direction. You do not have to stand in the program. You get to release the program, fam. You get to release the program. Labordorite is definitely a most gangster ally in helping you in doing that. So, hold up, am I forgetting something? Well, it don't matter. Catch y'all later with that shit. I hope that this information was helpful to you. I feel like I done talked enough. Y'all be blessed out here in these spiritual streets. Hey, stay true. For real, for real. Peace and light. Peace and love.